Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page, my common sense. And I try to keep it down, nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, something very important, not important. The liberals, libertarians, people, believe God, people that smoke, people that drink, people that ayahuasca, people that DMT. Listener's discretion is advised. Listener's discretion is advised. But of course, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or road special, you put it down below. Okay. And if you don't know who I am, please read the description box. I know there's a lot of far left liberals out there who don't know who I am. Okay, just read who I am. Don't make a judgment. I know I may sound cringy or crazy. It's a method to my madness. All right. Now, we're gonna talk about something here. I just posted a video about why blacks can be targeted. Okay, like the Kiski. Okay, the airmen and shit. Okay, and it also happened before that too, in the I think it was 1940s or something like that. But what this video is going to be about, as incoherent as I am, okay, it's about how to detect if something is actually, a systematic thing. Okay, there's a system in place, and not to take it. It can be racist. Okay, if you just use common sense, there are some things in reality that you can look at and see that there's some sort of racism or a racial extermination, okay, or you want to call it a systematic racism. You can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But if you have to think about it, clearly now here. The only way to find this out is if you do some thorough investigation. Okay, thorough investigation. And I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying, hey, when the price goes up, okay, you already understand that whites have always had more money than blacks in America. The Jewish, okay, and whites, okay. You already know that. They already invaded the country and exterminated the Native Americans. You already know that. And they're the ones who actually use psychology most of the time, right? They use it more than any other aboriginal, okay, even in foreign lands. I lived in Ethiopia and I looked around and I understand that there's people who just don't have an idea what psychology is. They just don't know what it is. Okay, so that form of understanding psychology can be very manipulative towards those individuals who don't know psychology. I know a lot of psychology, and basically I try to keep it simple though. Okay, either you're trying to take advantage of a person, or you're just trying to basically be nice and be courteous and be empathetic or sympathetic, yada yada yada. But to me, I feel that when I go into a supermarket and then I hear stories of Whole Foods pay your money, I understand that I can't afford those foods. And the lower end of the spectrum totem pole of the foods that's out there that may be cheap to you may not really be beneficial to your health. And I keep telling you guys, okay, if you're living in the hood, okay, you buying all those cookies and crackers and shit, they know the demographics of what race of people are eating these things. So let's say, for instance, I'm just making a great example here. Let's make an example here. This is only $1. Okay. No, this is not $1 in real life. I'm just making make believe. Let's make believe this right here is $1. I do not recommend anyone buying anything like for $1 or anything, because 9 times out of 10, most of this have chemicals and poisons and free radicals in them that they can actually implement. Okay, because of the poor. Okay, there's upper white class, and then there's a lower white class of individuals. The upper whites can afford the best quality product that's it. That's like that Yugi beef, okay? I was like, what the hell is Yugi beef? They put all of the good golden minerals and nutrients inside of their animals and feed them the certain probiotics and all that other stuff, and it's very good for their health, but it's very expensive. So you can't afford it, okay? So they're eating very well, outliving you, okay? But there is a systematic racism if you just investigate it. I'm not saying that there is or is not, but it's most likely so than not, okay? Because this world is based off of the haves and the have-nots, supply and demand. Politics is very simple. It's just the haves and have-nots. That's all you need to narrow it down to. Though there is people breeding in the world. There are other people who are against other people breeding. And then there's those people who don't want to be tread on, okay? Like, don't tread on me, okay? These individuals will overcome everyone else because that's freedom of speech. People want to do all sorts of things that they want to do because they have no morals. Religion is not working. It is failing. Okay, religion was created as a weapon to keep the lower mentals out of there. For example, religion was invaded Africa. Religion invaded America. Before that, people who have common sense know that religion is folly. Okay, you know, Yahweh and Yahshua, all that other shit, that's all garbage. You just did your research and you're a critical thinker. But if you know it or not, America, before the white man came over, wasn't really Christian. Okay, they had their own deities that they believed in. Even in Africa, they got their own deities until they was invaded by the European empires or the British. You want to call any white folks crackers, whatever you want to call them, what you want. But those niggas was just too ignorant. Okay, and of course Native Americans wasn't stupid. They was like, no, you brought your Bible over and you slaughtered us. You took our spirit and shit. But understand that there will always be some sort of systematic racism somewhere. I believe so because I did a test. I did a test like in 2010, okay? In 2010, man, I believe that there's still 30% racism in America, but the 30%ers, those 30% who are racist in America, have a lot of capital, okay? And of course, it's a dwindling thing, and there will always be white folks who have this mask on saying they like blacks, but they really don't, okay? Of course, that's natural psychology. But understand this, before the white man came over into America, there was no Christianity, okay? And those people who fall for that type of stuff, they just lack the history and the research, okay? And to me, being the sadist, I love to see the chaos occur in the crew and everybody and everyone because they don't even focus on themselves, which is kind of sad. It's very sad. But way back in 2010, okay, I digress here, by the way. Sometimes I'll forget about a subject because I'm rambling on. In 2010, I did a research study, and I took my friend's information versus my information. I told them to go get dressed up, and we're going to go to get a job, okay? And I remember this one place. I ain't going to name the place, though. I think it was, let me see. What was that place? I ain't going to name it now. I can't remember anyway. I'm not going to be too accurate. But I filled out 2 applications on the same day. We both came in as friends. Okay, we came in as friends. I put my credentials down as me having more education, and I hope you guys try this out too. If you don't want to believe it's systematic racism, it depends on where you go too. So you can't just say everywhere is like that. So I put 2 applications. I put my application in 3 times just to make sure. Okay, and I even told them, hey, this is my friend. Okay, I'm gonna fill out application for him and stuff like that. And so I put my application in. He was there and we was both there. We didn't know that was not an interview. We were just going there just to be nice. So we talked to the manager directly, okay? And I actually went there twice, and I actually talked to 2 different types of managers. So I was like, I got 3 applications in there, which I filled out. I only put 1 application with my friend, okay, my friend Chuck. And what happens is that over time, they end up calling him, okay? And then I was kind of upset. And then I called him. I said, did you ever call me? And I asked him, and he said, no, we didn't call you yet, okay? And I'm like, so I asked different managers to make sure that there was no mistake, because I did put my application in there 3 times. And my boy Chuck did see this. And I said, you want to know if it's racism? Okay, we got to experiment yourself. Do an experiment, okay? Now, when I talk about the food in the stores and shit, that's a little bit more complex to catch. But understand this, most blacks are not into psychology. They just don't understand it, and they have no time to study it. They're not really interested in education. But I know there's systematic racism. There's a pathology to it. And if anyone tells you that there's no such thing as racism, they're a liar. Okay, they're folly. They are folly. Okay. Now, when a whole bunch of blacks say or something, I say, hey, at least try to get an education so they won't have that to use that against you. Okay, all right? Because there are whites out there who will just look at you, how the way you sound. They're really particular, okay? They'll judge you. And if they do hire you because of mandatory protocol, it doesn't matter. They're going to terminate you anyway, your services. And that's just how they work. Even though if you've been there longer, okay? And even if you're black, they're going to get rid of you faster because you're just black. And they're going to keep other individuals who are working less than you there just simply because of their racism. So, in a long story short, is there such thing as systematic racism? Sure there is. You're just going to have to investigate it. And that's all I really got to say. No hate, no nothing. None of my videos are about hate. But sometimes I'll get some videos where it says that it's a hate speech and they don't know how to label it. Okay, that's you guys. And that's another video for another day. China is taking over. They're taking over everything. So y'all better do some research. And y'all crackers who think it's not going to affect you, it's going to affect you. Because freedom of speech is in danger. And if you let all of the vaginas take over, That's up to you. So I ain't got no. What can I do? Okay, I'm a little voice. Okay, in the big world, I'm a little voice in the big world. Maybe my little voice can travel upon. Okay, I'm just trying to say China don't like themselves. They're a communist country. What do you think? I think Japan is also a communist country as well, right? You say something the wrong way, they take you, they get you. Okay, nobody wants that type of government. Okay, well you can't speak your own mind, even if you're ignorant or not. Okay, it's just not cool. People have to evolve in their own way. But that's it. That's all I really wanted to say, you guys. I know my videos are tended to pertain to helping men a lot. That's because men need more help and they need more love than women. Women get too much love, and a lot of people don't like doing research on these fundamental things. Okay, but other than that, peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark, and y'all have a good day. Peace.